Hello and welcome to the God Date podcast, a Northwest youth podcast. We're your hosts, Joy,
Amelia,
and Sam.
and we're so glad you're joining us. Each episode, we sit down with an amazing guest for a God date to hear all about their faith journey. We'll ask them 5 questions, dive into their story, and explore who God is through their experiences. Let's get started.
So our very special guest today is Will. Hello, Will.
Hello.
Woo, 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 woo,
How are you doing on this fine day?
I am doing great. I've just had like a really spicy chili that I thought was just a normal pepper, so it's going great for me.
Story of my life. I would say, well, the last 3 times that I've been round to your house, I have had something that was far too spicy and I've had to lie down.
You're welcome.
Oh, that bad.
But that's the thing. I think I'm usually fine with spice. I think there's something about his household I don't trust.
We're trying to figure this out before we came on, Will.
Yes, indeed.
What year are you in?
I'm in year 12, so first year of college.
Oh, fab. How are you finding it?
It's going well. Quite happy with the college I'm in.
Good. What are you studying?
I'm doing BTEC Music Technology, Film Studies, and English Literature.
Yes, Laura writing.
A lot of writing.
I've known you well. I was trying to work this out for, I think, 50. Well, I must have met you when I was 3, 4.
It was young, so it would have been 14, 15 years.
Yeah.
Too many.
And you've never had a fallout?
No, never.
That's
Not
good.
once a
Okay,
crossed
okay.
word.
Never. I've
Never,
got no
ever,
memories
ever?
of any fallout.
No, I don't. No. What would we about?
We're just besties.
So I'm just third wheeling.
Oh,
Yeah.
it couldn't be
Great.
clearer. Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's move on to our first question. So, Will, what are you grateful for?
At the moment, I'm very grateful that, especially within my church and outside of church, that I've got a very strong community that is very supportive. I think, especially in church, there's been a lot of times where I felt like there are times where it could have gone a lot worse, but because of the people around me, I've had that support to kind of carry on and develop in my faith and such.
Gosh, yeah, that's beautiful. I think having that is massively valuable. I remind us and the listener, what corps are you from, Will?
I'm from Sale.
Sale.
Woo!
Well, enough about that. Tell us about Sale, Will. What is it about Sale that gives a sense of community, I suppose?
I think, first of all, it's got a really good kind of situation with the youth.
Usually.
It's very, I would say organised, but it's organised chaos. It's like, you always know there's something going on.
Something's
going
going
on. What is going on? But you always feel like there's something for you to do and like a way to be included. And I think that's very special especially when you're young. It's like very helpful to have that network.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to hear a little bit later about who influences you on your spiritual journey specifically. But you talked a bit about the youth in Sale. Is there like specific things that you do that you really love?
So 2nd and 4th Sundays of the month, we have something called a cell group, which is really nice because it's basically a Bible study, but for all the young people. So it's very much talking to people your own age, and like, even though like there's a couple of years between us, it feels very mutual, and it feels like you get a lot of understanding from other people, and it's very easy to talk in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I think like the importance of learning from others, especially in that sort of Bible study or cell group context, can't really be understated. I think it's so fascinating to hear what other people have to say.
Yeah.
You know,
last cell group, which is this Sunday, I can't work out which day it is, but it was one of the Sundays in January. We were doing quite lately something about Joseph. It was Christmas themed, so we all had Christmas crackers.
Well, of course.
And at some point, there was something to do with the blind being led and having that trust. So we played blind Mario Kart.
Fantastic. Well, what course?
Great question.
Very sorry.
Great question.
Do carry on.
No clue. But I was surprisingly, my team was surprisingly good at it because if I have to do both the concentrating and the moving, it's over for me. But
Mm.
because I only had to do one of those things, just shout at someone what to do, we won every time. It was
Nice.
Oh,
going
so you
great.
were the director.
Oh yeah, I could not do those little Joy-Con things. That's not my vibe.
So yeah, let's switch it up a bit. Just a little bit of a silly question for you. I like this one. What is your favorite number and why?
Okay. My favorite's 216.
Oh, that's a good one.
specific.
That is good.
It's-
That is good.
It's great because for context, I used to do this game with my grandparents where they just give me a bunch of dice and I had to get like the biggest number out of all the dice that I rolled. And one of the first big numbers I got was 216.
6 cube.
From
Oh,
like
real.
it was 36 times 6. It was 3 6s.
Heck yeah.
And then later on in the day, because I used to go there before school, we had like a question. It was like, what is 6 cubes? And I got it right. And I was so proud of myself. And it's genuinely stuck with me so much that it's like been my favorite number since like year 5.
This is an incredible answer considering you had no forewarning. This answer was
No.
locked and
I
loaded.
think about this a lot. I think about this so much.
I was waiting for a long, awkward pause. I'll
No.
get straight in there.
216. Now, Will, you're a music man. You're a music boy.
Yeah.
What song or indeed piece of music is helping you connect with God at the moment?
So it's a bit of an odd one, but it's Share My Yoke by Joy Webb.
Woohoo!
Which it's kind of a weird context. So I did this as my GCSE solo piece for music.
So did I.
And it
Nice.
was one of the first times that I'd kind of stopped to read the lyrics that go with the music, because it's quite easy when you're playing brass, and I think there's been a lot of a focus, especially at Sale in band, to like read the lyrics and like kind of let that kind of sit with you, and it also helps you with playing, obviously, but it was more just kind of having that. And obviously in my GCSE, so like it's a lot of it is about like sharing this journey with God and like him like helping you with your burdens. And when you're doing exams, that's a big stressful time. That it's nice to have that reassurance, and it's kind of stuck with me since then because life's very, very busy, especially like the transition into college. So having that kind of that support that you know and like can relate to you through that song it's very nice and very reassuring.
Gosh, yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic song. I think you're absolutely right. I think frankly, it's quite easy, especially when playing that sort of instrumental music, to forget what we're playing for and indeed what we are playing. Because Share My Yoke is such a beautiful melody, but the words are even more so. Share my yoke and find that I am joined with you. Your slightest movement I shall feel and be there too. Share my yoke and come the way that I must go. In our togetherness my peace you'll know. The world beholding us will see it so. Man.
I think they're so powerful.
I
mean, like, it's just saying that in any suffering, we can always rely on God, and He's always able when we don't feel like it. And Will, you're so right. Exams can be such pressurizing time. And so I always felt reassured that I had God with me through all those things. To keep that in mind for your A levels.
Do you find yourself listening to much worship music day to day?
I get worse and worse as the year goes on. But
I absolutely feel the same. Yeah.
At the moment, I have a lot, and what I find very easy is we're doing a lot of new songs at Sale that I kind of have to listen to learn them. So it's kind of forcing me to be in that kind of moment. So a lot of the times when I'm busing into school, I'll dedicate a lot of time to listening through those and kind of almost studying them a bit. And it's a very nice time.
Do you like learning new songs? Because you help lead worship at Sale, right? You drum away.
I drum away. Some say I'm the best drummer in Sale.
Yeah, some say.
Some say. So I like learning them. I think I just like switching it up a bit, and I like hearing a lot of different ways that people express themselves in worship. I think they're even though there are a lot of congregational songs, there's still like details and stuff that you pick up on differently to someone playing the guitar or someone in the congregation singing.
Here we go, Well. What is the most useful thing you own? Quick answer now.
I think it's very basic to say phone, so I'm going to go with a bus pass.
Ooh, big
yeah.
handy bee.
£10 for just one pass, get free bus travel for the whole
Oh,
years of
really?
college. Literally,
Our pass
it's like
is
it's
that's
saving
My God.
saving my life.
It is beautiful.
It
You
is
just
very
you
beautiful.
bip it in. It's fantastic. Hey, has the lettering? So there's lettering on the underside of the
Oh,
Our
it's
Pass
gone.
that says
It's
Our Pass.
fully gone.
I hold a lot of stakes as to whether people's lettering is faded or not.
Well, you then.
Mine is pristine. Mine is.
Oh, mine's gone. It's fully disappeared.
I'm excited to hear this one. So, what is your favourite Bible verse and why?
Mine is Colossians 3:16. It says, "Let the message about Christ in all its richness fill your lives. Teach and counsel each other with all the wisdom He gives. Sing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs to God with thankful hearts."
Well, if I saw a Bible verse that summed you up,
Yes,
it would be that. Teaching and counseling each other, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. Goodness me, my friend.
This one's,
why?
I think, it's very special to me because obviously you've got the musical, and I'd consider myself a very musically inclined person. Also, I'm very big on going out and talking about my faith. Like, I would rather talk to someone that doesn't know about Jesus than someone that does. And I think both have their merits, but I think I really love kind of getting that perspective and kind of helping them see both viewpoints and also helping me see that viewpoint. And I think that's very special to me. And it's definitely helped when I've been lacking in my faith as well, to have the other side with someone that's got a stronger faith talking to me about it. So very important to me.
That's so good to hear, because we need people like that to be people to encourage us and have those discussions.
Absolutely.
And you never know what those discussions are going to lead to. So I absolutely love that.
I've got to ask the question. Translation of choice?
This is really bad. I use the Bible app a lot, and it does default to the NLT.
Yes.
So
it's a winning answer.
It is just sticking with the NLT a lot.
This moves us quite well to the next question, which is, who has been an influence on your spiritual journey?
This was quite a difficult question when I first saw it, because I realized that the two people I always say are here right now. So the big two for me have always been Sam Bishton.
Oh, what a man.
And also Callum Montgomery. So do you want me to just go through both of them, or do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll take my headphones out.
Okay, so this is going to be horrible to say. Sam's always been obviously very similar ages, kind of been friends for a very long time, but he's always seemed to have it a lot more figured out than I do. And I'm sure sometimes he doesn't feel the same, but literally every time I talk to him, it's like another like huge step in where I see myself in my faith. And it has been so special to have this person that I've been friends with for so long and known for so long to be there and just be so open to talk to, and so like he's just very wise. like if I'm being really honest, he's just a very wise and thoughtful person that is just very easy to just go to and level things out a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fabulous. I think listeners at home could already tell those things about Sam, and those relationships are really important on your Christian journey. So I'm really glad that you have Sam there to help you with, all the things. So tell us a little bit about Callum. How's he helped you on your spiritual journey?
So for context, Callum does a lot of the youth stuff at Sale. But also, apart from it's quite often his job, he's also just a very easy person to talk to. And there's been a few times when I've been, especially going home from Praise 150, or like going to Praise 150, and it's been like a couple of people in the car, There have been so many times, and I can think of quite a few, where I've always said, "Oh, I'd love to do this," or "I'd like to do this, but I don't think I can." And Callum's just turned around and gone, "Do it." And there's like a few like very key moments in my faith that was spurred by Callum just turning around and saying, "You can just do that," or like, "You should just do that." And I think it's that enthusiasm that, I mean, I see in him to like see other people and kind of push them along, and I think that's very special.
Yeah, I mean, if I could compound the praise on Callum, I absolutely agree. I think the man shakes his head. I think one of Callum's best strengths is indeed that he's such an enabler. He really allows people to, I think, reach their potential in terms of where their faith can take them, because he so believes that certainly he exudes to me that he believes faith can take you anywhere. I think it's so beautiful, and what a gift to be able to share. Yeah, no, I agree.
I think you could come up with a good answer for this one. Okay, another little silly question for you.
Tee.
What do you wish that your phone could do?
Ooh.
Mm.
I think I'd love for a phone like to have really good speakers, and like they're decent, but like I would just love for like this small thing in my pocket to be able to like make music just sound like 10 times better than
you
it
want
always does.
industry worthy sound.
I want like industry, yeah. I want like, premium sound from like a small box in my pocket.
Oh, that's real. I want that. Yeah.
Oh, very sadly, Will, our final question. What does prayer look like for you?
I think I've mentioned a lot of it. I think, again, the big one, music. I found that that's not only watching other people find that space and kind of be able to relate to music while you're playing, but also when I'm playing, it's like I can get quite caught up in like playing, and it's quite a special thing to me to be able to kind of express myself in that way. The other way is conversation. And I think I've touched on this before, but like I love talking to people. Like I don't care who you are. I don't care like what you're gonna say to, well, I do kind of care what you're gonna say to me, but to an extent, I'd love just to sit down and talk to people. And I think that's if you ever get the chance to like come and talk to me, I do genuinely love it. I don't think I've ever come out of a conversation thinking that was a waste of my time. It's quite a special thing for me.
Yeah. And how indeed can we pray for you? Well,
big thing at the minute. Mocks are going to be starting soon. I'm starting coursework, film, my first like proper music tech exam coming up in a couple of months, and that's going to be quite stressful. I also think getting older, I have a lot of issues with kind of where I fit and what kind of community I'm in, and I think it's always nice to have that kind of support in that kind of way, and to kind of have that place to be.
No, really fun but daunting part of your life. So
absolutely,
we'll definitely be praying for you.
Well, Will, it's been so deathly fantastic to talk to you. Intrusive questions.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a very good time. I think everyone should do this because it's very fun.
Noted.
Thanks, Will.
Whoa, guys. What's that in the distance? Is it a new segment? That's right, we're birthing a new segment. Welcome to the as yet unnamed quiz segment. Callum's given me pretty much free rein. He's not read my questions, so I do look forward to seeing what's going to occur. Will, you're going to have 30 seconds to answer my questions. Are you feeling ready? Are we doing 30 seconds? Fabulous.
I was born ready. I'm pumped.
Yep. Am I? Now, I will let the listener know that I was writing these questions next to Will this morning. I've written them before. I'm a prepper.
I have not read
But
them.
just
I've not
FYI,
read them.
if he gets an abnormally good score, then we know something's up. Okay.
Right, we have 30 seconds on the clock. Are you ready, Will?
Yep.
Here we go. Off you go.
What's the first stage to building a bear at the Build-A-Bear workshop?
Buying the husk.
Correct. What's the sixth letter of the alphabet?
A, B, C, D, E, F.
Correct. Doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains.
Pull yourself together, lad.
Correct. Spell race car backwards.
Race car. RACECAR.
Correct. True or false?
False.
Correct. Am I holding 5p or a fiver in my hand?
5p.
Correct.
That
If
is
Susie,
time.
I've
Time,
started, so
time,
I'll finish.
time.
I'll start, so I'll finish. If Susie has five apples, Alex has 3 apples, and I'm standing in the orchard, how many apples does Susie have?
5.
Correct.
Smashed it.
Okay. Our industrial-sized computers are totting up your score. They're totting. They're totting. It's a healthy 6 for you there, Will.
Thank you.
Very nicely done.
Thank you.
You enter our leaderboard and you are simultaneously first and last. And thanks. Oh, hang on. There we go. Thanks very much to you, Will, for coming and for doing that. Thank you very much to you, the wonderful listener. We hope to see you over. Here we go. Here we go. Thanks very much, Will, for coming. What a fantastic. Amelia, do you want to do this?
Okay. Thank you to Will for joining us on today's podcast, and thank you to all the listeners for listening in. And we can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next episode.